You know, there used to be a time, maybe you remember it too, when you had one family doctor. This was the family doctor who you visited for all of your health issues, and some of them even visited you. They knew you. They knew your kids. Maybe they even delivered you or your kids. Well, obviously times have changed. Medical practices have become bigger and more specialized. That means that you might see your doctor or you might see another healthcare provider. There's one doctor who wants to get back to that model of care. He doesn't make house calls, but he does provide personalized attention and improved care options tailored to you. I'd like to introduce to you this afternoon, this is Dr. Jonathan Patrowicz, along with certified registered nurse practitioner, Candy Klopp. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Thank you for having us.
So, let me jump off right into this. You focus a lot on personalized care.
Yes.
Explain what that means to you.
Sure. I've been in town over 20 years. We made a decision to change our practice in July 1st of 2020, to a concierge practice. And that enables me to limit the amount of patients that I see so that I'm able to take better care of people, more intensive care, 30 to 60-minute office visits, and get to know the patient in a much better way, to have a much better patient-doctor relationship, to do more preventative medicine, things that traditional medicine doesn't cover.
Let me rephrase this and make sure that I'm hearing you correctly. You want to get to know your patient on the whole and not just treat them.
What I am doing is enabling myself to put the patient at the center of healthcare. Patient should be the center of healthcare, and patients should feel that way. They should have their questions answered. They should have a good comprehensive treatment plan. They should be able to have coordination of care with specialists and understand that there's someone who is their advocate and cares about them. And that's what I'm doing.
So Candy, you've seen this firsthand.
I have.
How well does it work?
I can look at it from two different perspectives. I'm a retired family nurse practitioner, so I had a patient population that I treated, and 90% of my diagnosis and treatment plan was based on a relationship with a patient.
Okay.
As a patient, if I'm sick and I'm calling an office, I would like to talk to a person, not a menu. When I call Dr. Patrowicz's office, I talk to Precious, and she makes an appointment for me. When I go to his office, which is a beautiful office, it's clean, it's well maintained, Lindsay is my nurse. She takes me back, she hears my story, she takes my vital signs, and then Dr. Patrowicz comes in, and he is able to go over all of my medical records and treat me as a person, not the results of my labs or the results of my imaging.
Gotcha.
I saw a huge difference. I loved his office, I loved his staff. When I saw him in July and he walked in, as soon as he walked in, I could see a difference. And I said, I am so happy for you. This is a great idea. I'm not a sick person. Why would I go to a concierge practice? Because Dr. Patrowicz is a brilliant doctor. He has a well-run office, and he has a relationship with me.
Now, you said something that caught our interest. The best time to choose a doctor
is when you don't need a doctor. Developing that relationship with your provider was, like you said, back many years ago, when you knew your family physician. We're now in our society, the average family physician has 3,000, 3,500 patients. It is very difficult to develop that relationship with someone you hardly know. And I've limited my practice to 300 people.
Okay.
That enables me to spend that time and get to know the people, to delve into their medical history, discover things that haven't been discovered before, preventatively. Almost on a daily basis, I'm doing that now.
These are wonderful answers that you have given, wonderful things that you've had to say. I loved every bit of it. Now I want to dig a little deeper and go farther than that. Why do you want to do this?
I'm an engaged physician who loves taking care of people.
Okay.
That's what I went to medical school for. I think in healthcare, we've seen the influx of whether it's government regulation, insurance company regulation, or the constrictions of in an employment model where people are working for themselves. I work for myself, and I'm able to make this change, and I love being a doctor, okay? You'll be hard pressed to find that. The burnout ratio in the medical field is very high. This COVID-19 pandemic has made that even worse.
Right.
I go to the office every day knowing that I love what I do, and that's going to continue.
And that's going to keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Jonathan Patrowicz, Candy Klomp, thank you so much for talking to us this
Thank
afternoon.
you.
I appreciate
Wonderful
it.
to talk to you.